It's the mindset and your attitude that will probably be more important to get any success, right? And not by the size of the real estate. So that
Very
was
true.
something I would have not believed that I would be able to pull through some of the bigger deals like the one that we are currently doing.
Dear friends, this is Vinney Chopra. Thank you for liking the podcast and all the shows. Vinny and Walter, we do that Abundance Mindset show, which goes live in all social channels on Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, and also Vinny and Bo show, which goes also on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. And thank you for really liking the books and all the content that my team puts out for you. Please enjoy this episode. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Hi, friends. This is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey, Vinny, what are these over here? I wrote this book a few years back. Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening. 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children. And the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor. Go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it. But I would highly recommend for you to get these or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education.
Hi there, guys. Vinney Chopra back again. I'm very excited to have a great friend and a great human being. Pramod Singh is here in the studio with me, and we're going to talk about his successes. He and I came to know about maybe a year back, Pramod, right? And you had been doing Airbnb and also flipping homes, renovating, and you really wanted to get into multifamily. And I was so impressed how much desire you had and how much work ethics, how great all those things were. And then you were able to move the needle. I remember you were just every week progressing like crazy. I said, he's going to be a superstar. And you have proven that way. So congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell me more about, so you're in the Chicago area. Yeah.
Yes. So a little background on myself. My name is Pramod Singh, and I'm based out of Chicago, north side of Chicago, about 35 miles from the downtown area. And I'm a local investor. I call it myself. I'm not out of state. I try to invest within 30 or 40 miles radius from where I live because I still have 2 growing children, and I have a very exhaustive W-2 job that I have to spend a lot of time into. So with a little time, I still consider real estate as my side hustle, which I want to make it my real story and go full time into real estate and quit my corporate career, which is going to be truly my American dream.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
age where I'm about 48 now, and then I just wanted to retire before I hit 50. So yes, I'm really, really excited and to be on your podcast. And sir, because I know you for more than a year now, and since then I see a drastic change in my approach of how I used to look at real estate before, and how you energized me to show the path that any real estate, small or big, right? It's the mindset and your attitude that will probably be more more important to get any
Hmm.
success, right? And not by the
Yeah,
size of the real estate. So that
so
was
true.
something I would have not believed that I would be able to pull through some of the bigger deals like the one that we are currently doing. So thank
Yeah.
you to you.
No, thanks to you, you were so good in underwriting. You were so good in looking at projections, and you had really done some really good business plan. That impressed me so much because, and you did it with seller financing with the interest rates being so high in this market. You were able to harness all the special techniques to get that. So share about that, the multifamily. Of course, you also did before that some Airbnb homes. I was
Yes.
so impressed how you bought them. Maybe let's talk a little bit about Airbnb. Then we'll talk about this beautiful multifamily with value add that you're making it a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sir. So right now, currently we have, I invested with my partner. I have my own two Airbnb and one with my partner. So there are
Mhm,
total three that we manage in-house. And the way I used to look at the real estate is that with little money that I can invest in, and I can really raise the value by adding value to the property and then
mhm,
increasing the cash flow drastically. So I used to buy houses which were between three bedroom, one bathroom, three bedroom, two bathroom, mid-size single family homes, or sometimes
mhm,
it was a duplex, and very
mhm,
rarely some triplexes. And I used to rehab them well and put some money to make it look nice and rent it for a little higher rent than my comps, my comparative. And in the area where there are a lot of demands for blue collar people, it's somewhere, C plus area or C minus area,
mhm,
C plus C minus areas, which is
mhm.
right in my backyard. So
Yep.
that was a great area. And when I started investing in there, so I realized that there are not just the opportunity for the long term, but also for some kind of midterm and short term, just because
Mhm,
I live in a
mhm,
place which is very close to a naval base. And that
mhm.
because of that, there are a lot of kids who get graduated from the Navy graduation, and
Yep.
then they celebrate it and they want their families to be
Yeah.
flying in and celebrate it with them. So for that, with that in basically opened up an opportunity for bigger size homes where a family
Mhm.
can come and celebrate it's a big milestone for every individual and the kids.
Yep.
So 80% our customers are those people who are booking just for the Navy graduation. So as long as if you are close to that boot camp,
Mhm.
it's a good market to be in. So I started looking into some of the properties in that area where the city was allowing Airbnb, and with that I was able to find some of market properties at much cheaper rate than the real comp were, and I really did good rehab so that it is
Very good rehabs. I should say that. Oh my gosh. I don't know
yeah,
if you have some pictures. I would love to
I
audience to
do,
see,
sir.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I can show that to you. And so the two Airbnbs that I did actually after refinance everything. I mean, I have $0 invested now.
Wow.
It's not even a single penny that is invested. Everything I was able to cash out. And
Hmm.
still I am leaving 25% or 30% equity on the property, right? And plus these houses are going for a monthly gross income on, not income, I would say, but the gross revenue, I would say
Revenue.
about
Hmm.
about 7,000 a month, 6 to 7,000.
Wow.
So these
Wow.
properties are, yeah, so about 80, 84, 85K per year projection. So
Hmm.
with 50% expense and PITI, excluding everything, is still very good,
Hmm.
decent cash flow with $0 investing. So I consider this is a very
Nice.
good product, you know.
Congratulations. Yes,
Thank you,
definitely.
sir.
And also with the time, the value of the home is going to increase. Not only you're going to make cash flow, which you're going to
Exactly.
get every month or every year, but the value will
The value
increase.
is
And
increased.
it's
I'm paying off
that's
the principal,
the
right?
debt also.
With all of
Yep.
that. So yeah, these are all added, which I'm not even considering. But yes, so
Yes.
far it's very favorable investment for me on those two
Now,
Airbnb.
can you do cost segregation? Because I interviewed yesterday my very
Okay.
good friend. He's the CEO and president of Core Solutions.
Yeah.
It's a cost segregation company. They
Yeah.
have saved $2 billion in
In Texas.
taxes with a
Yeah.
B, billion.
Yeah.
And they've done my apartment studies too. But I was wondering if Airbnb homes, because
Yeah.
you are putting so much renovation dollars
Correct.
and also furnishings,
Yes.
maybe there is a room to do cost seg. That's an
Absolutely,
idea.
sir. Absolutely.
Huh?
And that was one of the reason why I asked my wife to become a real estate agent so that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
W2, a high paying W2 employee income plus a real estate on the side, right? We
Mm-hmm.
come into the bracket of higher tax paying
Yes.
deals, right?
Yes.
And you cannot commingle the things between your
Mm-mm.
W2 and real estate unless until you
Yeah.
have either 800 hours in a
750, 750 or
750
800. Yeah.
800
Uh-huh.
hours you
Yeah.
spend, or you become a real estate agent, or you do
Yes.
Airbnb, right? So these are the only three
Mhm.
ways with which you can probably you can save
Yes.
a lot of
Huge amount,
huge amount.
because
Yes,
then you can your negatives
exactly.
from the
Exactly.
depreciation and
Yeah,
everything, you could combine them with your W2 income. Because as
exactly.
a household, if your
Right,
husband, wife, and wife is a real estate professional, you
right.
both file
Yes,
taxes together. You
exactly.
consider as real estate
Exactly,
professionals. So
exactly. So
that's
that's
fantastic.
our, yeah, that's what our plan is. So that's how we are going to. I sit with my accountant
Nice.
and I just go do that, the cost
Yep.
segregation and see the properties, um,
Yes.
and with the vehicle and stuff like 650 pound or something more than that.
Yes. Yes.
1 year you can
Yes.
write it off, right? Yes, absolutely, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day you'll buy a plane. You could write off the whole plane.
Sir, probably why would I wait to for buy for myself? I would probably fly with you in your plane.
you know, Real estate is amazing. And, we are
Yeah,
recording this in 2024, October, with the 50 basis points cut recently. And tomorrow, I think we'll find out with the CPI report also how the interest rates will take care. But I think Fed is looking for a soft landing. And the
sure.
soft landing will be to cut 0.25 several times. I
Correct.
think those good days are coming back again,
Coming
which
back
I
again.
love it, because 3 years, it has been a very tough year in the
Very tough year.
multifamily,
Yeah, yeah.
very tough year.
And I
But
believe that in these 3 years, if your number has been working, going forward, it definitely will.
oh, it will work. It will
Yeah.
totally work if we are just conservative in our
Yes.
projections,
Yeah.
assumptions, and don't expect too high increases in rents.
Yes,
But
exactly.
I
Exactly.
think the properties, some of the properties which are in foreclosures and things like that, I'm already seeing. I had two properties come today, $8 million cut down,
That's
slashed
not the last.
from
Yeah.
the selling price. $8 million. That really blew me away.
Oh
Then
my
I'm
God.
looking at one over there in Nashville, townhouses, beautiful townhouses, and they've
Uh-huh.
reduced the price also. So there are certain people who are in a jeopardy of selling, but
Got it.
then there are other people who are ready to buy at a good
Yes.
time now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yes. Yes. Absolutely.
So fantastic. Let me ask you about this seller financing deal
Yes.
that you were able to buy for almost zero worry down. You're a master at it.
Yeah, so it was back in December 2023. I got this off market. A broker reached out to me and he presented this deal to me, and he said that this is a 78 unit in a university town, which is Urbana, which is about 2.5 hours from where I live. And
Hmm.
I know that area because most of my friends or even my seniors, colleagues, their kids have been to either that university or they are
Hmm.
planning to go. And a lot of Asian community, a lot of even white American, and every part of
Demographic.
they come from all the places. So it's about 50,000 capacity.
Wow.
Yes, it's a
50,000
huge,
enrollment. That's huge. That's
yeah, that's
huge.
huge,
Yeah.
huge campus there. So with that, I thought that it would probably be a very interesting thing because still the 78 unit for $3 million was, when I looked at it, it was like it was coming around 35, 36K a door.
Hmm.
And their cash flow at one point, 3 years down the road before COVID, that property was producing about 650, 700 a year. And then
Hmm.
after that, it started going down. And in COVID time, it became like screeching hard. He was not able to he was not able to collect any rent from his tenants, and then he's
Oh, I see.
going
Yeah.
little under the water because of he was holding and paying it off from his own pocket rather than being little creative to
Sure.
go out and just seek out for some funding. So probably what was his reason, but that's what I got to know from the seller. That's why he wants to sell, because he's not able to cope up with, and these tenants are still there and they're not paying. Even
Hmm.
COVID has been gone. It was back in 2023 December. We
Hmm.
started looking at all the financial and stuff. So about the cash flow was about 15 to 18 grand
Hmm.
a month for
A
that property.
month. Hmm.
Yeah, and plus there were a lot of deferred maintenance that was accumulated because this seller was not even upkeeping with the buildings, and that's why the tenants stopped paying. He was not doing
Hmm.
any repairs either. So we said that okay, we can take over the mortgage, but the good part was that he had about 2.5 million bank
Loan.
loan,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that was for 4.25% interest.
Very good
Interest,
interest.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually, principal and interest, not only interest. So that was a great thing. And the loan is until 2027 of April. So we still have
Ah.
2 more years or 2.5 years to continue like that. So we took over the mortgage from him, and there was about 400 something was his personal money or his private money for partners. So we took over everything and we said that, okay, so I'll continue to pay you your monthly mortgage, and we will rehab these units and we will rent it. We will start collecting the rents, and
Mm-hmm.
we will close the final closing will happen in April of 2027 or before. So
Yep.
until that time, I am just taking this property and taking it for a ride. I'm just trying to make sure the property is rehabbed well and it is
Yeah.
rented nicely to a better community, and then
Yes.
a higher rent as well. Again, if you do a better rehab,
Yeah.
tenants will come and pay a little more. So that's the idea, and
Totally.
that's what we are working on right now.
Excellent. And you were able to actually look at different phases of
Yes,
this building, and you were able to earmark like this one will bring more money first. So
exactly,
let's,
exactly. So
yeah, that was a very creative way.
yeah, there
Uh-huh.
were total six buildings. Some were 6 unit buildings, some were 12 unit buildings, and then the bigger one was 36 unit building. And it had actually
Ah.
4 bedroom apartments also, 12
Oh,
of them.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
and so we looked at it and we said that okay, these are the ones where we can do little furnishing and rent it
Mhm.
out to the professionals of the university. A guy who's doing, and not so much the undergrad students, a postgrad student, or somebody who is basically a faculty working in university and has a car, and then he can probably we can rent it to them.
Yeah.
These things where we can just focus more on some student area and some to the local people, so we can segregate it, and that's how we are testing the market right now. And that's how we are basically we have started advertising. We have
Oh, nice.
put it into Appfolio, and
Oh,
we have a
wonderful.
property manager who is managing that. So yeah, things are in
Nice, nice.
we are moving forward.
Beautiful. So, what were some of the challenges if you were to speak to somebody who might pick up something like this? Did you unravel some things you didn't
Yes,
know? Yeah.
so, and we are every day we are going through new challenges, and every day
Hmm.
we are just struggling and trying to find a better solution for that. So we started with the lot of violation because that city the city requires a yearly inspection of all these units.
I
So
see.
this is the good and bad, right? So good thing is because since it is a yearly inspection, nothing much goes bad on these properties, right? There will be little
Mhm.
broken stuff, but
Yeah,
nothing drastically bad. So
sure,
good
sure.
thing for us, right? And that's we knew that there are violations. We'll have to take care of that. Okay,
Hmm.
so with the city, we had to work. That was the biggest struggle for us, that to get the permit and to find a contractor who is licensed to do all of that. And we had initially planned for $4,000 to $5,000 a door. Some of the units required more, some were not so much. So that was one of the things. The second is basically because for us, we are considering out of the site. Basically, we are
Yeah,
not local there. Me and my partner, we both are
yeah,
in Chicago, and we are heavily
yes.
relying on our contractor crews and also
Yep,
the property manager. So sometimes things are basically, I wish I was there every day. I could have
yeah.
done it much
Hmm.
better. If somebody is planning to do out of state investing and where he has to do a major rehab, he definitely needs
Hmm.
to plan to either go very frequent visit or
Hmm.
be local there. That
Sure.
is something. something where I have been struggling. I think money is always a part of thing. You have to make sure
Mhm.
that, because all of a sudden we got hit with this. We had a very good insurance,
Oh,
which was,
yeah, you mentioned, yes.
yeah, 2,500 a month was the total insurance cost. That was the existing one. And all of a sudden, that company is closing its door. And then we had to go buy the quotes from outside. All these insurance companies are almost four times more. So all of a sudden, my number got hit by, so it was like my monthly got increased to 7,000 more.
Yep,
Luckily,
yep, yeah.
I'm able to find one insurance company which is charging me about $4,400, $44,000.
44,
Yeah, yeah.
44,
So
okay.
these are
Yeah,
the things, and we are still looking at the client type to which building to be rented to which type of client is what we are
I
kind of
see.
working on.
I
Yeah.
see. I see. So, what do you see then as at this junction in time? When will the whole renovation process be done? And
So
how much
okay.
money would you have spent in whole renovation? And you're doing it yourself, your partner. So you're doing it very, what's
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I'm basically trying to salvage everything, anything and everything that is out there. So
Yeah.
let's say if the refrigerator is not broken, not, still working, was little not in very good condition, and see if
Mm,
that can be salvageable with, I'm not changing it to stainless appliance. If I have
yes.
a client where they're looking for just not very top of the end units, right? So
Hmm,
that's how we
hmm.
are segregating. So I'll place that refrigerator over there, and as long as it is
Sure. Smart.
versus the units which is
Yeah.
really nicer ones where we are charging a little more, where we are
Yeah.
replacing with the new one. Like cabinets, the same thing. We are painting as much as we can to, and the
Yeah.
door knobs we are just changing all
Awesome.
those things.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is a very great success story. I really love that. I'm sure you have also documented so that you can make a movie out of it as
Right.
you build your brand. I always say that because you're starting, this is one which is fantastic case study that your investors would love to know that people like to invest money with the people. So your trust, your track record, and everything, and seeing it already done will
Exactly.
give them confidence to give you more money and more money. That's the
Absolutely.
name of the game.
Exactly, exactly. And we are treating it as if even if it's a single dollar that I have to spend, I basically
Mm.
look at it, is it really required? And it is well invested, right? Just because I have to change,
Yeah,
I'm doing it. So that's why we are being very conservative, and that's why our
very
rehab
good.
budget is still very low. So far, we
Mm.
have invested about, so four buildings are out of six buildings, four the smaller units are all almost there, almost
Oh,
ready to be
wow,
rented.
wow,
The
wow.
two big buildings, one is 36 unit and one is a 12 unit. Those are the only one remaining right now, which I
I
am
see.
anticipating in 2 to 3 months. We should be able to do it as well. And
Beautiful.
we are averaging out somewhere around 3,500 a door.
35. So 76, 35, but 210, 250.
Oh,
Let's say
215, yeah.
two.
Initially,
Yeah.
initially even
Mm.
even the seller said that, hey, if you bring in 600, 700K, you should be able to reposition all of them. And when I looked at it and I said, he said that that's a very good number because in 6,000, $7,000 a door, if you put in, you make these
Mm.
units really nice. And the same
Yeah.
comes and sees and he says that, hey, how much you spent it? It looks amazing. And I say that, yeah, it is nowhere close to 7,000 that you were anticipating. I'm not bragging, but I'm saying that,
Yeah.
maybe that person was even the local, but he was very remote. He didn't know how much a
Mm.
contractor will charge him to change a building.
Yeah.
We are doing it
Wow.
ourselves. We have our own crew. We're just going and bulk ordering
Yeah.
what required, be it Amazon, and we are taking three, four quotes for every material that we are buying.
Nice.
See which one is the
Nice.
better one, right? Either you
Very good.
spend time and energy or you spend your money. One of the two.
That that's the two.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
true, so true. I've done millions and millions of dollars of renovations in Texas and other states. So you're so right. I remember parking lot. I got a bid for 470,000, and then another one at 250. I got it done for 136,000. I
Exactly.
couldn't believe it. I still remember that for Albion Apartments, 192 units I had over there. 192 units. I sold it about for 8 million, 650 or something, sold for 15 million, something like that. Anyway, but it was wonderful. But having that in-house knowledge and everything, how to get the right bids and how to get the right materials, it's so important. So
Very
important
important. Right.
because you every dollar saved is dollar earned,
Earned,
and
yeah.
you're saving money, and then by multiplying it with the cap rate,
Yes.
because it all boils down to revenue minus expenses, NOI. So this property will be worth, you bought for 3 million, let's
Brilliant.
say, give or take, and you'll put maybe 300 into it, let's say, so that's
Let's
10%. So 330. But it will be worth probably six double, maybe, I would say.
yeah.
Huh?
I'm expecting that even at 8 cap, if I
Ah,
am just trying to maintain where I'm giving this to another investor who wants to buy
yeah,
it, I
yeah,
want to give him at 8 cap, even if the area is 7 cap or 7.5 cap.
I see.
Right? I want to
Yeah.
give him so that there is little meat on the bone that
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
gets it at 8, and then he can, if he wants to sell it up
yeah.
there, gaining 1% or 2% on their investment. So even at 8 cap, it will come down to about 6.5, 6.4.
6.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just thinking that as long as we rehab it, run it for a year or so, and we have all the
Sure.
financials to prove that, and
Totally.
if we have to offload it in 2027 at 6, I'll be very happy, sir. Right?
Sure. And then you 1031 it.
Yes,
Then
1031 it,
don't
yes.
take
Right.
all the profits, but then
Right.
you could split it
Yeah.
into two, three deals or whatever, or
Deals,
even
and then
take
yes.
everything into. So that's fantastic. What a success story. That's wonderful.
It's all
And
because of
how,
you.
oh no,
I would not have even thought about it, right? Not I was very
uh,
happy with my little single family homes and onesie twosies here with all these W2 jobs and everything. I was thinking that one day, maybe one day I will buy a 10-unit building, right? That's what my thought process was.
but you crashed it. You did seven times that 10. Really proud of you, Pramod.
Why I say that,
Again,
invest with a mentor, invest in your knowledge, invest in basically, basically this is the result you'll get if you are working with somebody so much experience and seasoned in this area, in this particular market like you, right? So I have a trust and I have confidence that even if I'm going wrong, I'll just, Vinny is there. He'll definitely guide me through. And so many times I was reaching out to you, said we have been underwriting this deal for
mm,
through so many angles, right? And we were saying,
yes,
is it
sure.
really worth pursuing? So thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, thank you. And I want to thank my mentor and my coach who taught me 18 years back. It cost a little bit money. It's not cost, actually expense. I looked at always as an
Cost of the business.
investment.
Yes.
It's an investment because you can only progress faster if
Exactly.
somebody can show you the blueprint and so forth. Fantastic. No, Pramod, how can people reach you? You are so inspiring, and
Yeah.
also you have shared your story. A lot of people would love to maybe partner with you and maybe even buy this deal right there in the Chicago area.
As I can display or I can mention my direct contact also on Facebook,
Yes,
Pramod Singh Chicago. If somebody can just search it, Pramod Singh, that I can paste the link or I can share
please, yeah, or send
my
it to my team or myself. Please
yeah.
send the links. We'll put them into the episode also, and also a picture of you so that we can,
Absolutely,
and
sir.
it'll be in the YouTube and all the social
Right.
medias and
Let me
reels and
send
everything.
so
Yeah.
that you have
Huh?
that and you can mention it.
Yeah. Huh? Thanks again. Thank you for your time and really contributing so good. It's a great case study, guys. Anybody watching or listening to us, you could do that. You really can do it also. It's just that it takes time, it takes really gumption, it takes the drive to step outside the box. You got to step outside to really throw that ball a little far away. And with the market changing now, this is the right time. This is the right time to get back into multifamily or mobile homes or storage or any kind of commercial real estate. I know I'm looking at three hotels right now, and I bought in 2019 and 20 hotels, and now it's 24. So it's time to get back into the rhythm and residential assisted living, which is fantastic over there in Arizona, which I think you and I talked about it. Pramod, I've got two more coming. I'm selling my duplex in Texas any moment. I'll 1031 that into this residential assisted living. Is going to make $12,000 per month net income from one single family home.
Oh my God. Look
That's
at this. Look at this. This
it's
is
it's mind
amazing.
blowing. It's
Yeah.
mind blowing. It's really mind blowing. Terry Judge, I talked to him yesterday. He says, Vinny, I can't comprehend. You tell me you're making 144,000 income from one single family home. That's totally unheard of. And it's amazing that you can get your money back, down payment and everything in 2 years, and then it's totally free after that. So
That,
thank you, Pramod. Thank you so much. And God bless you. And we'll see you again. Yeah.
thank you
Uh-huh.
so much, sir. Thank you. Pleasure is all mine. It's always so refreshing to see you, to talk to you, and you feel like you are filled with so much positive energy and to do
Uh,
something. So thank you always.
Thank you so much. Thank
Be sure to listen to Mr. Smiles next week with more golden nuggets and top-notch coaching tips. You can reach him by going to VinneyChopra.com. Be sure to like, comment, and share to show everyone how Mr. Smiles has brought your apartment syndication business to the next level.